let out that sigh, you know? I wanted to make a super quick video. I have not been making videos because I have been in the process of being seriously pushed, stretched, challenged. And, you know, I've been feeling just complete, like, just exhaustion. And I've been really trying to retrain myself, like, okay, make a video anyway, right? Like, I don't need to be in, like, my brightest, most shiny self all the time to make a fucking video. And I wanted to share some things that have been supportive for me over the last couple of weeks. And first of all, just deep bows to those of us out there who are choosing to feel their grief, because, you know, I think at this point in time, it's like there's grief, right? It's collective. And it's a gruesome time right now. And in the world, you know. And then on a more micro personal level, I know this time of year, like the holiday season, can be really triggering and bring up a lot of grief in our personal lives, right? For those of us who have challenging family situations. So the first thing that really helped me, that has been helping me, is I came across on a podcast, Lacey Phillips' podcast. It's called The Expanded Podcast. Her work is called To Be Magnetic. Love it. Highly recommend. And I think the episode is called Letting Go, like how to really let go or something like that. It's one of her more recent episodes. And I think it was the doctor. She has a doctor on the show, and the doctor was saying how acceptance is the last stage of grief, and how if you don't fully process and like integrate the acceptance stage, then you're going to continue to repeat the stages of grief. And I was just like, oh, like I was walking home from the grocery store, listening to the episode, and I had to like stop at the fire station and go sit on the bench. Like there's like this little courtyard behind the fire station, and I had to go sit on the bench and like sob. I probably sobbed for like 20 straight minutes. Like, thank God nobody walked by, because I would have been embarrassed. But I was just like sobbing, and I had like my backpack next to me, and it was just like, like, because, you know, really to fully accept something is, you know, forgiveness is a big part of that. And it's hard to forgive when you've been deeply hurt. It's hard. It's hard. You know, it's hard to forgive people that have betrayed you on like the deepest level. You're just like, I could still cry. I've been crying so much. Oh my God. Woo! And so anyway, I was just like, oh my God, that peace. And that's motivating for me, because it's like I want to move on so badly, and I'm like, okay, I can do it. Like, I can do this. Just cry. Crying. Tears are the oldest form of purification, you guys. So just know that if you're crying, just like, okay, I'm purified. I'm purified. I'm letting go. It's happening. It's alchemy. And the other thing that really helped me was this morning in meditation, one of my other favorite teachers, Daniel Four. I wouldn't call Lacey one of my favorite teachers, but I do like her podcast a lot. Daniel is like probably my number one teacher right now. He's so good. Daniel Four of Ancestral Medicine. And we were in meditation this morning for the solstice, and he was saying how you always know your teachers are your teachers because it feels like they're just speaking to you. You know, it's like this group of like 400 people, and I'm like, he's talking to me right now, you know? Just saying how, you know, even if the support that you're asking for isn't coming in the form that you prefer, just like noticing that there is support available to you. And even if you don't have any humans in your life, and I have a couple of like really supportive humans in my life, and I'm deeply grateful for them. But, you know, he was just saying, even if you don't have any you know, any support coming through the human form, that you still have all of this unseen support available to you. And Daniel's work is all about working with your ancestors, and it's all about working, you know, he does animism work too, so connecting with other beings, and it's so magical. And it can really be challenging for those of us who grew up in the West. We're just so deeply disconnected from the spirit world, you know, and we have like religious trauma and all of that around spirit and you know, other beings and dimensions, and some of that can sound really new agey too. So there's all kinds of like little hiccups that can be a turnoff to connecting with the unseen realms. But anyway, I just like, again, started like just tears just streaming down my face, just like, like, even if it doesn't come in the form that you prefer. And that's also just like, it's such a surrender to just receive support, even if it's not in the form that you prefer, you know? And I really notice that when I have the courage and when I have the capacity and the will to really let go of my preferences and how I want things to show up, like, I do feel it. Like, I do feel so supported. And it's just that control piece, you know? It's hard to feel like you don't have control. And I think that's a huge part of like the soul path and soul work, is like, you don't really have that much control. Not really. Not in my experience, at least. And anyway, so this video is actually longer than I thought it was going to be. Again, deep bows to those of us out there doing this work. I love you, and I'll see you soon.